Good morning, Glasgow. I'm Ronan Ames. Before we begin, we'd like to take a moment to thank you for your patience, as we've been experiencing major technical difficulties in the news show. These are situations out of our control, but it is still important to us to provide timely information to you. We have been thinking outside the box and working outside of class time to make things work, but we know that they're far from perfect. Our team has been working very hard to provide updated information despite our network being down. We appreciate your support as we work through the kinks and patience until they're all fixed.
Thank you, Ronan, for that explanation. Good morning to you, Glasgow. I'm Parker Snook. Today is Tuesday, March 29th. There are only a few days left until spring break.
I can't wait for spring break. But before we start our show, let's begin our day by reciting our positive Panther affirmations. I am powerful beyond measure. I am kind to myself and others. I am committed to my learning. I'm a model of safety. I am a champion. I am a Panther.
Thanks for those affirmations. I'm sure some people at this school really needed that. Today in history, 2 months after the signing of the Vietnam Peace Agreement, America's direct 8-year intervention in the Vietnam War came to an end. This happened with the last U.S. combat troops leaving South Vietnam. This happened in 1971.
We know that this was very important to many Americans to have our troops come home after a long, devastating conflict. We will now shift on to a more lighthearted topic, our lunch menu for the next couple of days. Today, we can have a baked chicken on bun, pan cheese or pepperoni pizza, and tortilla chips with meat sauce, along with a yogurt biteable or a PB&J. Tomorrow, we can get ourselves a hamburger or cheeseburger, cheese or pepperoni pizza, and chicken tenders with brown rice, along with the choice of a spicy chicken wrap or a yogurt biteable.
Ooh, yummy! Sadly, you can't eat the weather, but regardless, what do we have today, Amin?
The weather is going to be a brain freeze just thinking about it. Let's see, today we'll just barely reach 50 degrees. We'll take it. You might want to wear more than just a t-shirt if you're going outside for ultimate frisbee. But don't be too low because on Wednesday the weather will stay in the 50s all day, reaching all the way to 59 degrees. Thursday warms up all the way to the 70s, but unfortunately this is paired with weather storms. The rain will cool off as we enter a long weekend. Friday will be a high of 61 degrees and partly cloudy skies. If you are staying in the area for spring break, it looks like the highs will stay in the 50s all week. That is decent weather if you want to honey go check out the cherry blossoms or see some local hotspots. That's the weather report for now. Let's see what our principal, Mr. Powell, and his powerful words. Take the stage, Mr. Powell.
Greetings. This is another message from your principal, Mr. Powell. Again, we are sliding up on spring break, and one of the messages I want to have for all of you students, but also our school and even our community, is to finish strong. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and obviously we have an early release. And we want to make sure that we're finishing strong before we go out for our spring break for this year. And also, just to kind of give you some information as we slide into when we come back from spring break, there's going to be a lot of information coming out about just different celebrations or field days that will be tied to the end of the school year, that will be honestly tied to our PBIS behaviors, the expectations that we have of our students here at Glasgow. And a lot of that information will be tied to how are you making sure that you're in class when you're supposed to be? How are you making sure that you're not engaging in behaviors that would get you, suspended or kicked out of after-school programs and things like that? And again, more details to come, but there's going to be a lot of things that students are going to want to be a part of, and you need to make sure that your behavior is allowing you to do that, right? And so please stay tuned to additional details after we get back from spring break, but I'm super excited to plan some events for the fourth quarter that are tied to some positive incentives in our school. So planning is taking place based on that right now. Also, something I want to make sure that students that you're reminded of is making sure that when you're in class, making sure that you're getting to class on time. If you're not, you will not be allowed to use the pass for that period. Again, we want to make sure that our students are getting to class on time. And obviously, it's almost April, so you should have your schedule down pat, by this time as well. Also, something I want to share with you is just a quote that's been on my mind, this morning. And I really think it also connects with a lot of the things that I've been seeing, not just lately, but also this year. And I think it's just something that's a part of the middle school culture But I just want to share this with you, and hopefully it makes sense to you. This is a quote from Brene Brown. I love reading her books. I love listening to her talks. If you have not, students, listen to her or heard of her, please Google her, research her. She has a lot of good things that I think even you would benefit from. But here's the quote. It says, "I carry a small sheet of paper in my wallet that has written on it names of people whose opinions of me matter. To be on that list, you have to love me for my strengths and struggles." I'll read it again. "I carry a small sheet of paper in my wallet that has written on it names of people whose opinions of me matter. To be on that list, you have to love me for my strengths and my struggles," right? And so I share that quote for you because I think oftentimes, students, you're allowing people on that list that should not be on that list. People that you call your friends, or people that are in your class, or people that are in the hallway, or people that are in your community, and you're allowing them to have opinions of you that matter to you, that really shouldn't matter to you. And they get you upset, or they get you charged, or they cause you to be upset in some shape or way. Don't give them that type of power, right? If they're not truly loving you for your good and the bad, the things that you're good at and things that you struggle with, why are you allowing them to be on that list? And I think that's something that even myself, I have to live by as well. Why would I give somebody that much power and authority over me to control my emotions or whatever, based on their opinions of me, and they don't even love me, all right? And so you need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people or listening to people who love you in that way, who love everything about you, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything. But if they don't love you in that way, do not allow them to be on your list. And that goes for students, that goes for anybody in our community, and it even goes for myself as well. Why would you allow somebody to make that cut list if they don't truly love you for your full self? Don't put yourself in a situation where somebody's opinion or what they're saying about you in the hallway or the cafeteria or on some social media gets you all upset, and they don't even love you the way that your parents do, or the way that the people that are on that list that you have. And it probably is a short list, because I know I have a short list as well. There's not a lot of people that love you for everything that you bring to the table. All right. That's my message to you. Let's have an awesome week, and make sure that the people on that list, you're also loving them right back as well.
Thank you for your words, and we hope you have a great spring break, Mr. Powell. Ronan, what clubs do we have today and tomorrow?
We got some good ones lined up, as always. Let's go ahead and take a look. Today, we have homework hotspot and academic support from many teachers. Remember to arrange another way home, as there are no late buses. Moving to tomorrow, we can expect 7th grade soccer, builders club, drama rehearsal, awesome blossoms, and much more. Check out the slides for the full list. Remember, Thursday there will be no after-school program due to our early release. Go home and start spring break a little early.
Thanks for the list, Ronan. And speaking of after-school programs, don't forget about the one for students who have done a great job this quarter keeping their tardies to a minimum. If you have 6 or less tardies, you can attend our specialty program on Wednesday, March 30th, which is tomorrow. Our choices will include a beauty and karaoke room, sports such as basketball, volleyball, and soccer, and a gaming room. Can't wait to see you there.
And that's not all, Parker. There's something more coming up for after school. Are you an 8th grader interested in playing freshman football at Justice High School next year? Are you a 6th or 7th grader interested in playing football after school with your friends? Junior Wolves football is back at Glasgow. This amazing opportunity will start after spring break. For 8th graders, students will meet on Wednesdays for both academic and activity time. 7th and 6th graders, don't worry, you have a chance too. You will meet on Thursdays for activity time only. There will be an interest meeting for 8th graders tomorrow after school during the first block. If you want to know more, head to the auxiliary gym to learn more about this great program and ask some questions.
Football at Glasgow? That's amazing! I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this for a very long time. What a great experience we get to try. Speaking of great experiences, here's another. The VIP summer camp is for the rising 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. This super fun camp will take place at Thoreau Middle School from June 29th through July 28th. For information, please reach out to Mr. Williams. If you're interested in participating in summer camp, please have your parents sign you up. Spaces are starting to fill up fast, and we have limited spaces.
Don't miss out on this chance to do something fun this summer. You also don't want to miss out on reserving your copy of the yearbook today. As of Monday morning, there are only 181 copies left of the yearbook. The number of copies left is just shrinking really quickly. And this just in, the hardworking yearbook staff just finished the book. That is right. It is off to the printers and it will be here before we know it. Be sure to go to jostens.com to pre-order your book now. Once they're gone, you'll miss your chance to secure your memories forever.
Buying a book is easy. If you have any questions, please reach out to Miss Grillo or any of the yearbook staff. Now, let's head over to our librarians for a couple of reminders. First things first, it's time to do some spring cleaning. The library needs your overdue books. There are over 800 books that are overdue at this time. Please bring them back to the library before spring break. And while you're returning your books, don't forget to choose an activity to participate in the monthly reading challenge. That's right, the reading challenge is still going on. We must never forget to make time for reading. It really is one of the easiest ways to learn new things and expand our minds. After reading, choose an activity and earn points for your grade. It's a win-win. Give it a try.
I've got a great book checked out for spring break. It's a great time to try some of the books that are featured in the March Book Madness list. On to other things related to basketball. Have you marked your calendars for April 22nd yet? Hoop It Up Night will be right after break. This is where students take on the staff in basketball games. The night starts at 5:30 and will last until 9 p.m. It is also going to be so much fun, so we hope to see you there.
Also, after spring break, don't forget about our special Spirit Week that will honor the military community. They sacrifice so much for us. The least we can do is celebrate them by showing our spirit. On Monday the 18th, we will all participate in Pajama Day. You basically can just come to school in what you already wear. Maybe you can bring your favorite stuffed animal to keep you cozy too. Tuesday is Crazy Camo Day. It may not hide you from your beginning of the quarter assessments, but you will at least look cool. On Wednesday, we will honor our military families with Purple Up Day. This is the highlight of the week. Be sure to wear as much purple as possible. Thursday is Career Day, Dress for Success. And then we will end things with Red Friday, which stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. Dress head to toe in red to think about everyone overseas, fighting for freedoms and keeping us safe.
We wouldn't have incredible Spirit Weeks and many other fun events if it wasn't for a hardworking student government. In order to raise some funds for the rest of the school year, the SGA needs your help. Our leaders will be selling goodie bags at all lunches all this week. The bags will be $3 each and will contain 2 random stickers, a fidget bracelet, and 2 Jolly Ranchers. Please consider joining their cause so that they can raise money for future events such as a carnival, a school talent show, and much more.
Stickers and candy, that's an easy sell for sure. Definitely consider buying a bag or two so we can get some money for more future events. One event you don't want to miss is our spring musical. Based on the popular comic strip, Annie tells an extraordinary story of a little orphan who ends up in the lap of luxury with Depression-era billionaire Oliver Warbucks. Whether you like good music, great acting, or an amazing stage production, this show is for you. Glasgow's famously talented theater group is about to open their curtain for a long-awaited show. After spring break, you will be able to witness this superior show. Under the direction of Miss Smith-Beasley, these students have been hard at work. Opening night for Annie Jr. will be Friday, April 29th at 7 p.m. If you can't make it then, be sure to check it out on Saturday, April 30th at 2 or 7 p.m. Tickets are only $8. Children 5 and under are free. Be sure to put it in your calendar. You don't want to miss this.
We have so many things to look forward to after spring break. We are very privileged to have all these great opportunities, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We have earned a week off of school. First, I, for one, am really looking forward to it. Let's go over to our field reporters to find out how some of our students are spending their spring breaks and to give us some ideas of our own.
What are you doing for spring break? Visiting family? Playing sports? Maybe even swimming? If you don't have any ideas, maybe take an example from us.
Well, you heard it from Parker. Here are the many things you can do during spring break. Maybe you can go on a family bike ride, go mini golfing, have some backyard fun, take a vacation with your family or friends, or plant some flowers because the weather's getting warmer. Personally, I'm going to go on a vacation with my family in Florida.
Those are such fun ideas. Personally, I'm going to visit my grandparents in Florida. Now we hear from some other Glasgow students about their spring break plans.
For spring break, I'm just planning on hanging out with my friends, maybe calling them over, or just like walking around with them outside around my neighborhood. So yeah.
So my plans for spring break, me and my family are going to go down to Florida to do a Disney cruise. We planned it in 6th grade, but it got postponed due to COVID. And we're going to do that basically the whole week and come back 1 or 2 days before spring break ends.
Well, that's all we have for today. Now we head back to the studio to wrap things up.
We definitely are excited for spring break, and there are some great ideas in that segment. It's always great to hear from various students around the school. Well, that's all we have for today. This will be our last show before the break. We'll see you again in April in the start of the quarter 4. Once again, I am Ronan Ames.
I'm me, Nathan.
And I'm Parker Snook, and this has been
Good Morning Glasgow.